Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Hold Please.
I see it.
What I said.
So, on tonight's episode, we will be discussing book 2 of the Hawthorne Men series. But before we get into that, what's going on, ladies? What's going on? What's going on? Ray Tasha, what you been up to?
Just working. I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do about my second job. But other than that,
What's
I'm
that
good.
side? Whether you gonna go or whether you gonna stay?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go and stay. I enjoy working with the people I work with. I enjoy the customers. Um,
That's funny.
but there's been a lot of changes, and I don't do good with change all the time.
Oh, because I'm about to say, wait a minute now. Because where you work at your main job, it changes all the time. We've
This true.
been changes for years. You got to be good with change.
Yeah, that's true. But we'll see.
All right. What's going on, Miss Ashley Bell? I was about to say Miss Bell, but
Not my whole
we
government.
got two Bells. We got
on
two
this thing.
Bells. So, I mean, hey. When
Not
anybody
this-
that follow us know your name. So,
Not my government on this thing. Okay. I'm doing all right. I am at the place of I need a vacation.
all right.
And I am going on a vacation soon and very soon. I just got a lot going on. Overall, though, I'm good. I'm ready for a vacation. I need a moment to not have something to do for somebody, somewhere, all the time. So
Good luck with that. Let us know how that works.
no, yeah, I'm shutting down.
Are you on vacation alone?
No, but I'm gonna have time alone on my vacation. So I'm shutting down.
All right.
Shutting it down. No, but I'm good. I'm excited about this vacation that I got on my agenda. That's coming up soon and very soon.
Is we gonna break out in the song?
I think I just like it soon and very soon. I just like it.
We're gonna break out.
Shavonda, how are you though? How are you doing? Let's talk about you.
I'm good. I'm going on a mini vacay this weekend.
See? We need it.
Yeah, so but yeah, I'm good. I watched the end of the show. It was very good. I called Ray Tasha twice and said her whole government name both times I called her. So
Sure did.
That means that she didn't answer the phone, did she?
Yeah, she answered the phone.
Oh, you did? My bad. Okay, you answered the phone. Okay.
But yeah, but she answered. I hit her with that whole government name because she know that means something going on.
Yeah, and I thought she was talking. The first time I thought she was calling because a book was released that I know I will be waiting on. But by the time Shavonda get here, it'll probably be released because she got so many books in front of us. In front of it, rather.
Yeah, what can I say? The life of a reviewer, the life of a reviewer.
But hopefully we'll be reviewing that TV show
soon and very soon. Because it was good to me.
Was it, Shavonda? It was good to you, huh?
That was a very, very good ending. I can't wait till we discuss that. Even if we don't discuss it on the pod, we got to talk about it. So
okay.
I need one of y'all to go ahead and watch it.
The rest of it, yeah, I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah.
Well,
I've been in the chats. Everybody, they talking some crazy stuff. They need to read the books.
That's because they ain't read the book.
Yeah, so they got a whole lot of questions, and then when somebody that's read the book come in with their answer, they be like, "Well, that don't make sense. No, it ain't this and that." I'm like, but you didn't read the book. How you gonna say that didn't happen? But I digress, But I just read and stroll because if not, I'll be don't post it up in there. I said what I said.
You might. No, I don't know. I ain't gonna encourage that. I was about to say you might want to put it in there. I said what I said. Like, but no, let's not mess with the people like that. We don't want to do that.
They be all right. Yeah. So they definitely need to read the books. But so let's get into this Hard Man to Love, part 2 of the Hawthorne Family by Lanie Diamond. So when I tell y'all, this Derrick was just a butthole. This man worked so hard to not be like his father that he, to me, in my opinion, was acting like his father. That he didn't want to be nothing like. Condescending, just mean, just nasty, just a pure butt. Oh, I was just
that. I mean, and honestly, that's usually how it go though. They try not to be like the person you don't want to be like, and then you end up being like him anyway because you're trying so hard not to be like him.
Right.
I mean, that's usually how that works.
I love me some Derrick. I love Derrick in the first book, and in the second book, I love Derrick. So,
but why?
That's what I'm saying. Let's dissect that. Why did you love him? What did you love about him?
I think.
wait, time out. Look at Shavonna's face.
I need to know.
She just don't understand, right? She don't understand. Okay, go ahead. I digress. But the facial expression that Shavonna had in that moment was priceless.
I can see maybe having a little compassion for him by what happened to him and maybe by the end. But the fact that you loved him, why? I'm gonna need you to explain that.
Well, okay, so yes, I guess you could say maybe it's not love per se, but it may be a lot of compassion for him. I think his character brought something to the book. I think his character brought something to the first book. It brought that drama that we're used to in books, and it gave background to their family dynamic. So I think I liked him. Maybe not love, because I love David Lawrence. And some people are probably gonna be like, "Who's David Lawrence?" Especially Ashley.
Yeah, because I don't know who that is. But okay. I know it's another book that y'all don't read that I may have not. I'm sure I didn't read.
So wait.
So I got a question. Shavonna, you give your comments, and then I got a question. I'm circling back.
I was trying not to say that, and I was going to tell you today, but I forgot to tell you. But Saint used that line.
Oh, who did?
Saint did.
Oh, he did. I'm gonna have to watch it then.
Yes. Okay, go ahead, Ashley.
Okay. So, Ray Sasha, this is my question.
All about government.
Oh, my man. I ain't give out the full, unlike Shavonna gave out the full. Like, what? Who we doing that at? But okay.
They know our full name.
know our full name anyway.
Okay. But, so this is my question to Ray Sasha particularly because she so much likes Derrick, and neither one of us really do. I do have compassion for him, and I do understand that he's misunderstood. But my question to you is, would you date somebody like him?
Exactly. She love, so she probably gonna say yeah.
See, the thing about it is, and most of the books that I've been reading lately, the men have been very controlling but very loving, right? So they make. Did you say I disagree?
I did.
I fell out.
I know the books you've been read, and I mean,
you don't think
they gave strong opinions, but I don't feel like they were controlling. No.
Okay.
Because they still gave them options. So if I still give you, if I say something, but I still give you, but you can do what you want to do, I don't feel like that's controlling. I just feel like that's giving, yeah.
Well, if we look at it that way, Shavonna, Derek gave her options.
He did give her options, but that's not why I say he was a butthole.
Oh, well, I feel like a controlling man is too much, and I think my personality, it wouldn't do good with a controlling man because I would probably fold real quick because I'm vulnerable and sensitive and I can get ran over.
Okay.
So does that answer the question about you dating a man like Derek? Because I don't feel like you answered the question. Would you date a man like Derek?
I could be able. I don't think I need to. I think the guy for me is somebody that I could run over.
Oh my God.
Did we say this out loud? Okay. Did we say that out loud? I think that's a thought that's supposed to reside with
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't mind being dominated at times. I don't know. But
I don't think that would work for you either, though. I think you just no. I don't agree with that statement. But you said what you said. I just don't agree. Wait. Okay. So we got a lot of revamping to do with this whole thing. But okay. So you don't think that you would date a guy like Derek?
I don't think so.
Because the name of the book is, again, Siobhan,
A Hard Man to Love.
See, that's my point. He's a hard man to love. That doesn't. I mean, obviously she loved him. She did.
She did.
I do believe he was misunderstood, y'all. He was misunderstood. I don't think he understood what love really meant. So I don't think he
was very misunderstood, but I think he didn't understand himself either.
Right. But and I felt like he loved her, but ego was too big to tell her that he loved her. I mean, eventually he told her, but I'm just saying. He knew he wanted her, but
yeah, I think so, but would we say, because of some of the books that I've recently listened to, the men in these books are totally different from Derek, right?
They are. Mm-hmm.
And
talking about.
And I think when it comes to Derek, I think there's a lot of men out there like him that are afraid to show or say their real emotions.
And I get that totally. But he didn't have to be a butthole about it. So so let me ask you this. Do you feel like, for one, as soon as he found out he had all this money, he wants to use that to throw around. Well, I can do this and I can get this done and you can't fight this. I just feel like that was not the way. I feel like the way that he went in and even approached the subject, and I get it. He wanted to be with his child. I get that. But he couldn't have went in a different way.
I'm sure he could have, but he wanted to use that intimidation factor, right? You know, because most people that are rich, that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty people that think they're pretty and handsome or whatever, they have that. They want to throw that intimidation around. People that's real muscular or big or something, they think they're tall. They be like, I can beat you up. I want to intimidate you. So I think he used his money to his advantage, which ultimately worked out.
I personally would have called his bluff on it. He would have had to do all of it.
Yeah. I don't like ultimatums or that's one of the reasons why I'm wondering if I could date somebody, because an ultimatum or a blackmail situation is just not my cup of tea. And I just recently read a book that had situation in it. Like, yeah, it's hard, y'all. It's hard, y'all. The people. Let me tell you something. It's very, very hard
These books, cause
not to just read one book and then wait for our podcast. I have to read several books and listen to music and watch TV. So it's hard not to relate what you read in one book to another book, if that makes sense.
So do you feel like you got residue from the other books and then leading into this book? That's what
Probably
I hear.
so.
That's what I hear. Residue. I think I don't think that he had to approach it that way at all, Sharon, personally. But I think people who have money tend to think that their money can get them out of anything. Right. Or it allows them to force their way into anything until it doesn't. Until it doesn't. And in his case, at some point, it doesn't technically.
Well, did you notice that?
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ashley. Go ahead.
No, you good. I think the other piece of it is that she was also scared to tell her emotions too.
Yeah, that's why she broke up with him.
Like, this whole book is about people not being able to tell.
The whole series.
The whole series is right now.
Well, about not being able to tell their emotions.
Book 3?
Well, I mean,
book 3 we ain't there yet, but book 2 and book 1, right? We can't go to 3. You want to go to 3? You can't go to 3 yet. But, okay, so what? So book 1, I don't feel like. I mean,
book 1, they went, well, not only not telling their emotions, they weren't.
They just weren't truthful about what the situation
they weren't truthful.
Was. Yeah. Okay. So it's everybody basically everybody's hiding something.
Right.
But not when I say hiding something, they're hiding things that they could just be forthcoming about.
Right.
But isn't that it's a huge part of our human frailty?
So let me ask y'all.
We just don't realize what people would say. We don't think that we assume that we're gonna get an answer we don't want.
Correct.
Without doing it or taking the chance to get an answer that we might get.
So
Shivana, you look like you got thoughts. What's happening? Go ahead, Ray. I don't know. Shivana's just thinking
like, do look like she got thoughts.
It's like she got thoughts about that. But a lot of our troubles would not be troubles if we didn't assume the worst.
Right.
But we're in our nature is to prepare for the worst, and then it's like, oh no, I'm gonna talk myself out of that because I don't want this and I don't want that. Because you don't know how people are gonna respond, but you can't control their response. Go ahead, Ray.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Really? As you
yeah. What was
about telling your emotions or about book 3? Well, you was about to go into book 3, but I don't
No, it was about book 2.
Okay.
Do you think he was trying to be like Phineas as well? I think that's his name. Phineas. The adopted father.
What do you mean by trying to be like him?
Well, he was rich. And he to me, Phineas, I think that's his name.
That is.
That's his
Phineas to me bought Derrick's mother. He was rich and he loved her and he could throw the money at her, right? So Derrick to me was a little bit like Phineas. He loved her, but he just didn't know how to express it, and he threw money at it.
So you think he was being like the example that he seen?
Correct. Because he didn't realize that he was already being loved.
Hey,
right?
That's deep. In a way, I mean, when you think about it, that's deep. Because he didn't realize he couldn't recognize that emotion. He could recognize it in himself and he couldn't recognize it in her. He just couldn't recognize it.
Right. And I think that holds a lot of people back, right? Because if you can't recognize when a person or people love you or have feelings for you or are expressed, because what's that love language stuff, right? To me, acts of service is my thing, right? So if you take out the trash and remember to take out the trash, then I'm like, oh, he loves me, right? So, and I know that's like a
That's funny, but okay, I got you. I get the principle, but the point you're making.
Right.
but it's the act of service, right? And I don't think Phineas showed acts of service. So, and I'm almost positive Derek, what was Derek's girlfriend's name? Or wife's name?
Eva.
Eva. I don't think that she was able to show her emotions either. It was supposed to be a one night stand, but I had one too many drinks.
Really? Really? You just gonna break out in the song? Really? Okay. Okay.
Extravaganza.
Really? That's what came to mind?
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
I think he talked about his mom nor Phineas showing love to each other or towards him. And because he said that neither one of them never said that I love you. And he said that he don't remember telling his mom I love you except for when he was a small child. So he's never really said it to anybody.
And that's a sad thing to me.
What'd you say?
That's a sad thing to me. Because how many people out here in the world has never heard the words I love you or have never said it out their mouths? Be it a friend, be it family, be it a significant other. Like, everybody needs love, y'all.
Everybody does need love, but I don't feel with me being the person that don't say it often. I can't say that it feels funny to express that.
You can't say that so it doesn't feel funny to you to say?
It does feel funny to say, oh, actually, I love you, just out of the blue.
So it does, so it does feel funny to say, or does it?
It does feel funny to me to say it.
Out
And
the
then
blue.
it's even awkward to hear it. Like somebody say, I love you. You'll be like, what? Why would you say that?
But because there's different forms of love, though.
Shavonna, your facial expressions. I'm about to be like Ashley today.
That's what I'm saying. She making faces, y'all. I'm like, what are we talking about?
I'm sorry, I've never had a poker. So when you say something, it's gonna show all on my face.
Yeah. Did you fall out right where you go?
No, I went to get something.
I thought you was laughing. So, why is that uncomfortable?
It's uncomfortable because I'm not a huggy person either.
So do we equate being a huggy person to saying I love you? Because it doesn't necessarily have. I mean, it does tie, but it doesn't necessarily have to.
It's the affectionate part of the situation. I don't like affection.
Wait. You don't like affection, or you don't want to feel smothered. Like, I'm just playing. Okay, you just playing. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what your thought process.
Who, me or Shavonna?
Shavonna, because her face is telling it all.
Okay, Shavonna, you take over. Take over, because I don't know.
I don't know what to tell either. I mean, it's the same thing. She was like, I'm not a huggy person. So if I don't hug you but tell you I love you, you okay with that? But if I hug you and tell you I love you at the same time, what you are. So don't sit there and say you ain't.
What'd you say? No,
so what? Like she's like, you rather.
But when you said you are, don't say you ain't. What was that? What does that mean?
Because when I hug you and tell you I love you, you don't take that well.
I don't.
That's what I'm saying. So don't sit there and say you don't, because you You don't.
I don't. I mean, I understand that you have to, not you in general, but people, I think people do need to say the words and hear it often. But like, I was working a few weeks back and somebody came in the store and she says, "Has anybody said I love you today?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "I love you. You're beautiful." And I'm like, "Chick, I don't even know you. I understand that that's what you're supposed to say to encourage people, but it's awkward because what I'm supposed to say back, I love you? No, I
No, you
don't."
just say thank you. You don't have to.
It's like, oh.
I mean, that could have been something from God for her to tell you that.
And that's true.
Or
And I
she
look
felt,
at it that way.
I mean, just because somebody says I love you, and just like even with when she told Derrick I love you, she heard up and said, "I don't know why I said it. I didn't mean it." Yes, you did mean it. And just because he doesn't say it back, that don't mean he don't love you. He's just not ready to say that.
But people equate that to rejection, though.
I know, but I respect people that don't just say it back because I said it, because then in my mind's like, "Dad, what did he just say I love you because I said it?"
Well, so here's the thing. There's different levels of love. Like,
it is.
So therefore, if I say it to a stranger on the street, there's one type of love versus my family. Like, it's a different type of love. Like, right. So it's, to me, it's like, it's okay. Like, I love you. Okay. Yeah. With, like, if a coworker right now, it depends on the coworker, but if a coworker walk up to you right now and be like, "I love you," yeah, I'll probably be like, "What?" Like, you know, did he just say I love you? But then it's like, okay.
See, that will make me awful.
Then I'd be like, "I love you too," right? Because people need to hear that they are loved and cared about. But I also think too, you can't be like, I think we just walk around and make too many assumptions about everything. You know? We just make assumptions about everything, right? I don't want to, like, if I say I love you, yes, it's natural reaction. And if the person doesn't say it back, you're like, well, dang, do they not love me? Okay. Or, you know, you're saying, well, Shamona, you're saying, well, maybe he's just not ready to say it. Well, that's only if he says that he's not ready to say it. Like, if
people not gonna express that either.
Right. Or then on the flip side of it, if he says I love you, or you know, that she says it to what, you know, if it's said back to you, and then the next question is, well, did you really mean it? Then what you say it for? Like we question everything. Like, and then it's like, where do we get to a place of just true honesty with the people in our lives? Like, where we can express it and not feel like we're going to be berated. And I don't want us to walk around this earth, right, feeling like we can't be free. Because I feel like that's bondage, even in itself. Like, we should be free to tell people I love you and then not have to question the validity of the statement unless they are showing you, right, and they're showing you that they don't really love you or their actions are a little iffy. But I get it. For her, it was like he said a lot of things out of his mouth. So along the way, but
I think if he had said "I love you" from the beginning, because he had an attitude from when she broke up with him. If he had said, "Look, I don't understand why you breaking up with me," then
even if he didn't say "I love you," he could say, "I have feelings for you," or "I'm starting to have feelings for you." It's still kind of a, you know, it's growing, it's coming. So when she broke up with him and he had the attitude, if he would, like you said, if he would have just said that or asked the questions of why you're breaking up with me, you know, instead of being a butthole.
But he's a butthole because that's all he knows. He don't know how to express it any other way, Shavonna. Your dynamics and how you get raised and how you grow up, man, shapes a whole lot of thought processes. It shapes you, you know, and until you grow into who you really are called to be, right, or you accept the fact that you know how, because it really took something tragic, basically, for him to be able to even come to that place, to be honest. Yeah. Or it's just the fact that he knew it and refused to say it too, because he just didn't want to do it. But he also had a very twisted way of love because he's seen a lot and experienced a lot, and he's seen what the damage love can do. Or love did, rather.
He didn't really believe that his siblings loved him.
Yeah, it's all about thought process. Now you talk about the mental, what we think about love. See?
Yeah.
He also had a problem with that.
Right.
Yeah, you got the eros, the filio, you got different levels of love. So it's all about where we at. So the random lady in the store, right, is the, you know, she just friendly love. Just friendly love.
Well, I don't want it.
So I think you know what?
Really? Really? Oh my God.
Don't pay her no attention. She was having a good time on this pod. That's all this is. But I would say this, right? I would encourage you to get comfortable with saying it. I think you should tell 5 people.
Oh Lord.
I don't feel like 5 is a lot. Like, I ain't say 10. I said 5.
That's a whole lot for us.
That is a whole lot.
How do you get comfortable with doing something? You got to do it.
That's true.
Well, it takes 21 days to break a habit.
Oh, so what you saying is you want to extend it over the course of 21 days?
No, I was just letting you know how many days it takes.
So you want to do 5
I thought
days
it
a
took
week? That's 15.
Form a habit. Is it both ways?
I thought it was 21 days to break a habit.
We'll ask the people. They'll tell.
Ask the people. People, what do you think? It is 21 days to break a habit or 21 days to form a habit?
But I guess if you're breaking a habit, that's a habit of breaking it. So, I mean, I think it implies the same principle. But okay, that's just my thoughts on that. Funny, this is a dynamic conversation about love.
Love is a very deep situation.
No, it depends. It's different types. It's a deep conversation on the type that you're talking about. Like it's
a complicated situation. Like I love white fudge covered chocolate cookies. Love it. But I can only eat 2.
Right.
So what does that mean?
What you saying is what you love may always be good for you?
They don't love me back.
No, the Bible said, no, I'm just like.
No, say it. Say it. Say it.
The Bible says that the heart is deceitful. Now, it does say that. Now.
It does say that. The heart is deceitful. It does say
that. Now, you got the matters of the heart. You can't, you got the. This is interesting, though, because, we just had a conversation not too long ago about loving our enemies, so.
Mm. Who had that at your church?
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
Well,
it means praying for them.
My pad in here.
Love is a very interesting thing, though. But I think love scares people, though, Shimona, to be honest.
It scares me.
Why? You love them all the time. Like
I don't mind family love.
That's because you're accustomed to it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to call it stranger love, but you don't like the friendly love?
I don't think I can handle it. It makes me uncomfortable.
And that's exactly why I do what I do.
Mm.
I make her uncomfortable.
It just makes me uncomfortable because
Can you specify that? Specify that for the people. Just because. So you what you're saying is you hug and love her.
I tell her
so she can. Yeah, but there's a love. It's a lot of history. There's a lot of friendship history that's like family, really. So,
and I don't feel away when she don't say it back.
That's because because you understand her. Because I think if you didn't understand her and as a person, then that would probably be a different conversation, right?
No, I don't think so. Because like you said, it's a lot of different levels and it takes other people different time frames and stuff to get to places. So, I mean, to get to where they can say stuff or feel the same way. So, no, it won't bother me.
But Now, people might can't say it, but can they show it, even if they can't say it?
I can show it all day long. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, because see what you said all day long. So, like,
but showing it and saying it is two different things.
It is.
And I don't think, to get back to the book, I don't think she was able to accept how he showed it.
No, because she was an affectionate person, and he realized that.
Like,
but that's a different. Well, and that was kind of her love language, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when he was saying to himself, "Look, her time by up. Tell her that. Tell her time by up. Look, you want to be with your wife. Just open your mouth." That's why that made me mad too. And then when he opened his mouth, he said ugly, mean stuff. So I was like, why you gotta be like that?
I think he was a strong character. And I think that's the reason why he was like that.
Just like in book 1, the ugly, mean stuff he said to Celeste.
That's right.
But
he did say some awful things, and then he sent her back to the airport.
You're not needed anymore. What the?
Well, she wasn't needed anymore, Shavonna.
No, I didn't ask to be there. You asked me to be there. You asked me to do that for you.
What?
That don't mean you have to be that way.
That's true. But once the secret came out, when she wasn't needed anymore, her main job was to act like she was his girlfriend. That was her main job. What you say? Hey, I'm not your. He knows that you're not my boyfriend. Why?
Only he knew. The rest of the family ain't know. So everybody know. So I mean, no. So she was hired to be fake for Rourke, not for the whole family. It was for the whole family.
That's true.
What did he expect if you running off to go spend time with somebody else? You disappearing.
Now that I agree. You cannot expect me. You can't take me to a family event and not expect me to get close to somebody within the family.
Right. Especially if you leaving me. I can't find you. That should have been a whole discussion.
Not everybody's like me, because I could read my Kindle and have a time. I went to the dentist this week, and they had a whole full conversation. The hygienist came in, and she was like, hey, you get a kick out of our conversation? I was like, I ain't heard nothing y'all said. And y'all right behind me. I ain't heard nothing y'all said.
Well, I can zone out too and be tuned out from people if I need to be. It definitely can happen, and I definitely do it. But I mean, oh no, this is an insightful conversation here.
I can't wait to discuss book 3, because the ending of book 3, I'm like, what?
Dang, did it end funny? Because I'm midways.
I need you to finish the book.
Right. I'm not gonna say it end funny. It was just a conversation at the end that I'm like, really, sis?
Well,
I'm not going to ask no questions, because my questions are going to lead into the book, and
in book 3, I'm gonna probably say some stuff that y'all probably. I know Ashley's gonna flip out, because I almost said something, and mostly I know Ashley's eyes is gonna get big, and
I just don't know what you're gonna say.
And Ashley, y'all, I think Ashley gets embarrassed a lot of times when I say Shavonna. I don't think Shavonna gets too embarrassed. I think she just be like, here she go again. But Ashley be like, what did you say?
I do be like, oh, did you just say that? I do.
I get all
because sometimes I don't know what you're gonna say. And you find it hilarious. So
I do.
and I think you say it because you want it to be hilarious. You get tickled by whatever you're about to say because you're gonna get the reaction from myself and or Shavana at times. So because you will holler laughing about your own joke. So I mean, I'm not mad at it, but
yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, this is the whole Please I Said What I Said podcast. So I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
But
so the drama that was in this book when it came to the so I guess wait a minute. Are we doing spoiler alerts for this one?
We really did. Well, we kind of did, but we kind of didn't really. We actually did good today. Like, I'm not doing spoilers, but
most of what we said was in the synopsis, so we good.
Oh, okay.
Well, she about to bust that all up. I feel it coming.
It was coming. It was coming. Because I wanted to know how you all felt about the hospital scene.
It was great.
Did you think that he was compassionate then, Shavana?
That's why I said I had a little compassion. I mean,
not the way she tried to call your name, Shavana. That's the part for me, Shavana.
I mean, once they kind of got out some of their feelings and began to act like husband and wife, and she was kind of getting what she wanted and needed, then he turned around. You know what I'm saying? He turned around, but
he did have a redemptive act.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
that's what I was.
He had a redemptive act, not just in that scene, but just he went to bat for his wife. Now,
he did. That's why I said once they got their feelings and stuff out and kind of got in the butthole. But at first, he was just like, I mean, I truly wanted to DNF the book.
He did.
So I think because you got that type of reaction, like then the character did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, and that's what I said in my review. So I mean, I did. I mean, I rated it high because the author did what she was supposed to do. She made me so upset that I wanted to DNF. He made me so upset that I wanted to DNF the book.
This was bad. And you feel some type of way about it, but it's just a book. It's all
right. It is just a book, but we get so engulfed in characters that we really truly feel like they are real characters, and that makes much more interesting conversation, and it makes the books better. I was like, and y'all saw that I text y'all and said, tell me when his redemption starts, because either I'm gonna skip there or I'm gonna stop reading, because it was too much into the book that he was still being a butthole. And I was like, that's not necessary.
It's not, but in real life though, there are people, men and women, like
who are asses.
And I get that, but I don't want to read about that because we have them in real life. Do we see them every day? So I don't.
But that's the part of the life. That's what makes the book so real.
I don't want to deal with them. I don't want to read it with them.
Right. I want to read.
He was. Let me clarify. He was from my perspective, he definitely was a butthole, and he did think that his money could suffice any situation, basically.
Right.
But a lot of times,
in the beginning.
You said what?
I think he was a butthole when he said when he was throwing his money around, but after that, I felt like he was just being him.
He was a butthole in book 1, right?
He was.
I mean, that was just who he was. I mean, but when I say that he was misunderstood, it's because
what she said
in book 1 when he was at the cigar place, he wasn't a butthole then.
He kind of was.
Yes, he was. He was a butthole the whole time. In book 1 and half of book 2.
The whole book 2 practically to we get to
Right.
redemptive portion, and then and then book 1 he absolutely was.
Absolutely was.
Lord have mercy.
Now, the reason why I say, really quick, the reason why I say he's misunderstood is because we are very much people that believe in first impressions. And we never get to the root of why a person is the way that they are, or why they act and say and do the things that they do. And a lot of times it's because something didn't happen the way maybe it should have in their life, or what have you. And we just don't ever get to that place because we're already put off pretty much. I mean, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you a good example of being first impressions, right? When somebody cuts me off.
Oh, Lord.
But it's the truth. When somebody cuts you off, you are so upset and pissed, right? I'm talking about when driving, cutting you off and driving.
Okay.
So you so upset and pissed, right? So it's hard to come back and pull up next to them and be like, oh, so that's how you feel. You know what I'm saying? I still got an attitude when I'm pulling up next to them, right? That's where road rage comes.
This is why we gotta level set our emotions. Like, what? But you're right. We get on 10.
Yeah, we do.
So what happens? So this is just because you done brought this scenario up. So what happens when it's the little old lady or the old man?
I'm gonna say he needs not to be driving.
Okay.
And niggas say the same thing about you.
I know, and I used to say this. Well, a friend of mine, I used to give her a ride everywhere we went. We was rolling tight, right?
Mm-hmm.
We would get behind somebody old, and they was driving slow, right? And I would say all the time, I can't wait till I get old, because I am gonna do the same thing that these people do.
But you gonna pay it forward? Like what?
And now I'm older, and I can say the Bible says vengeance is mine, but I still want to do it. Because when people roll up on me, I literally take my foot off the gas and tell people to go around. I said, go around. And then I might have a little road rage. I might.
We're gonna pray about that thing. That's going on the prayer list, because you cannot be out here in these streets being facetious like that on the road. But I think we all have a moment. We do. There is a moment in time where that peak is like, I don't play with me today. But
actually, when we get off the podcast, I got a funny story to tell you.
Okay.
Okay, closing thoughts and ratings.
Podcast, but it was funny.
Closing thoughts and your ratings on A Hard Man to Love.
Who's first?
Great, Tasha.
5. I love Derrick.
Sorry, Shimona. Wait, I got to.
You're fine.
How many times is she gonna say I love Derrick?
Right.
Now, mind you, have said in this whole podcast that I have a hard time saying I love you. Like what? I can't. I couldn't.
So I'm thinking she loved Derrick because he would not tell her he loved her. He will not hug her.
What are we talking about?
He will not touch her. He will not take out the trash because he pays somebody to do that. So he's not going to show you any acts of service. So is that why you love Derrick?
I think he could show some acts of service.
No. Not what he could. Is what he did and didn't do in this book. Is why you love him. You don't know what he could have done. Because that was not written in the book. That you love Derrick.
Oh my God. Yeah.
This was good right here.
So bringing it back in. You love Derrick because he will not tell you he loved you. He will not hug you. He will not put any of those bodily fluids on you. That's why you love Derrick.
Well, Ray, you do like affection to some level. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So, but not like everybody else.
You are not answering the question.
Y'all making me hot.
The last. You love Derrick because he, one, will not tell you he loves you. Two, he will not hug you. And three, he is not going to take out the trash because he's going to pay somebody else to do it.
I think me and Derrick probably have a lot in common. Maybe that's
okay.
Is that what it is?
Here we go. Okay, Ashley, your final thoughts and rating, because she will not answer the question.
Okay, I'm getting myself together because this right here is been a good part for me personally. So, my ratings. Oh, Jesus. My rating, I did give the book a 5 because I felt like it was very real. And I think that a lot of people experience those things and not being able to express themselves one way or the other. So I give it a 5. I thoroughly enjoyed the book. I do think that Derrick was a butthole, but I do think he was misunderstood because he just never experienced love in that way.
I don't feel like he was a butthole, but go ahead.
Okay, he was a jerk. He was a jerk.
I think he had good tendencies.
He was a jerk.
Wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. I can't even pull it up on my iPad. You know what? I've already sent it back. I should have those certain quotes and words that he said to her. There is no way in HE double hockey sticks that you are going to let no man talk to you that way.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Yeah, she ain't. We already know that.
So how are you not gonna say he was not a butthole?
It's okay because
I don't think it's that I wouldn't let them talk to me. I don't think I would know how to react to them when they talk to me like that.
Okay, so
I'm not.
Me either. That's why I'm not.
Because as soon as so this because this is gonna come up because something's gonna happen, and I'm like, well, you remember Derrick in the book? That's that person. Because you eat people up, right? I don't.
Well, okay. What? Something's happened in the third book that's gonna make me.
Nah, not like that. I'm just saying in general, you're gonna come across somebody that's a jerk,
right?
And I'm gonna remind you of Derrick.
I agree, because I come across people that's a jerk at my store all the time. One in particular.
But okay, Shavonna, give you.
And all I can
give you a rating.
Every time he comes in the store, I'll be like, two. I'll be like, who married you or who is dating you? Because you are an ass.
And that is Derrick.
Okay, Shavonna, give you a rating. Give you a rating. We'll have to give you a rating, Shavonna, and why you gave your rating, so we can.
So I gave this book a 4.5 because he made me so upset that one I almost DNF'd it. So I felt like it deserved that rating because the author did what she did by making me so upset with this character that I wanted to not finish this book. So that's why I gave it a 4.5. I couldn't give it a 5 because 3 times I started to DNF this book. And I would have DNF this book if I did not need to finish it for this podcast. But
3 times and Derrick was the main reason?
Yes. People do not need to be that mean just to be mean. And where am I at, and where I am at in my life right now, 3 times he was just a butthole.
I need for people to comment, like, and subscribe to this particular podcast because I would love for people to come back and say, hey, I read this book and this is how I felt about Derrick. Because here's the deal. Don't think Derrick was that bad.
And the
He
fact
wasn't
that you
abusive,
didn't think he was that bad, and these other characters that you're reading now, you felt like they were so controlling. Yes, I need somebody to read both that series and this series, and let's compare Capadonna, and Derrick, and let's see who the butthole is and who was controlling. Derrick wins by a landslide. In my
Dang, not a landslide,
and
bro.
I said what I said.
Not a landslide. Not a landslide.
I said what I said. Please like and subscribe. And follow us on all platforms. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Hold Please.
I said
what I said.
Period. Good night, everybody.